Old Trafford, the historic Old Trafford. Should we knock down Old Trafford and build a brand new stadium? This is Forever United TV. I'm Adam. I'm going to be walking around the grounds of Old Trafford, showing you guys where the new stadium could be going, the problems with the stadium as it is right now, and why Manchester United are looking at possibly moving across the other side of the grounds that they own themselves, and is a big part of why the discussion is actually happening right now. How will we fund it? How does it need to change if we're keeping Old Trafford the way it is right now? Starting at the oldest part of Old Trafford, the South Stand, as you can see right behind me, the Sir Bobby Charlton Stand. As you can see, the major problem with the Sir Bobby Charlton Stand is the railway line that runs directly behind it, only a few metres away. The bridge that I'm stood on right now is over the railway track, which is the major talking point and major issue with the development of the Sir Bobby Charlton Stand, the South Stand, the oldest stand here at Manchester United. There used to be a public train with a station at this point of the ground, which was ideal for fans coming in from afar. It was brilliant. Could we not use that and make a new station here for fans to get into the stadium, make it part of the ground, make it part of the new Sir Bobby Charlton Stand? Ajax's stadium has a train going right through the middle of it. Other stadiums around the world make use of the public transport that's actually going through and around the facilities. This is where I think Manchester United's biggest problem is. Can we go over the track? Can we go over the railway line? Is that doable? The houses that you can see just to the back here through the trees on the other side of the stand are the major issue as well. Are them people going to be willing to come through? And through the bushes is a housing estate, and Manchester United will somehow need to get planning permission to build on the other side of the railway track to make a form of tunnel to then build on top of to make the stand and actually build upwards, marrying up to the north stand on the other side of the stadium. Added to the railway line being an issue for the south stand, it's obviously the iconic Munich tunnel. A big part of Manchester United's history. It's famous for it, the walkway underneath the stadium, the candle that's lit within the Munich tunnel. Everything about this side of the football stadium is where Manchester United's history is. And I feel it's going to be another big talking point with Manchester United and how we develop that. Can we make it, can we keep the Munich tunnel some way? Can we do anything like that? I think that is going to be one big talking point in the development of this side of the stadium especially. On the other side of Old Trafford, the Sir Alex Ferguson stand, the big north stand. Now this part of the stadium you would say doesn't need developing. This is fully built, both quadrants, northwest. You've got the east, north as well, that quadrant, which is the one we just stood outside now. But the problem you've got with Manchester United, and yes, the vast grounds that we can actually work on, you can see how close the water is to the actual stadium. Whereas one side you've got a couple of metres and you're into a railway track. The other side, you've got the canal, which is only about another 6 metres away from the actual stadium, and the executive section just walking in there in the east stand. So the problems with Manchester United isn't so much the grounds and how much grounds we have to work with. The problem is the canal and the railway surrounding the stadium are not being able to develop outwards, where we could actually make Old Trafford that modern stadium. We could work on Old Trafford. It is everything that is in the way around the stadium, which is probably the biggest stumbling block with Manchester United redeveloping Old Trafford. This is the West Stand car park, the space where the new stadium would go if United were going to go in that direction. This is all of the grounds behind the Stretford and North End that not many people see. This isn't known, and not many people know the amount of space and land that Manchester United own around this part of the stadium. As you can see, Old Trafford from here, I don't think it looks that bad a stadium. I really don't think it looks that bad a stadium. You can see the North Sir Alex Ferguson stand, the whole section of the Stretford end, which has been redone as well. You've got the Jimmy Murphy statue outside of that part of the stadium as well. And from a distance here, this looks like a grand stadium. This looks like Old Trafford. This looks like a modern stadium. It doesn't look that bad. So this is the big debate. This is this amount of space here and what a stadium could look like. Let's not forget, just over the back here, and you can see all of the ground, you can see as far as the lampposts go out right in the distance there. This is all Manchester United's land. But what it doesn't show is, just past this side again is, yes, it's the canal. The canal that we were just talking about on the bridge on the other side. So for me, This is the big issue with what Manchester United have got. Again, yes, the land is vast, it's big, but you've got to also look at it and go, you've still got the canal to deal with, and you've still got all of the issues of infrastructure and what's needed to redo Old Trafford, or even a new stadium. A new stadium would probably have just as many issues as what Old Trafford would in redeveloping. It would cost more money, obviously, and what would be here in Old Trafford's place? The biggest question of all, the one that's going to hurt Manchester United fans more than anything. A brand new stadium on this side of Old Trafford would be fantastic. The facilities, the fan park, everything that comes with it, but that being knocked down, that's what's going to play on the hearts of all Manchester United fans. That's the hard bit for a lot of United fans to understand and get their heads around. That is probably the biggest issue with the new stadium. What happens to Old Trafford next once the new stadium is up, if it can even be put up? No one said anything. The 2 years of development plans and everything that have been going on at Old Trafford, nothing has come from that report. We don't know anything yet. Whether or not we'll find out what happens when Sir Jim Ratcliffe is fully ratified and he starts talking, then, well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? But right now, I still think there's major issues with actually building a new stadium, as well as, quite clearly, Old Trafford, as we've shown in the grounds, and what is in the way of getting any redevelopment done at all. That was a walk around Old Trafford and what can be done. Guys, drop your comments in below. Let me know what you think. Looking at the grounds, you feel like we can build a new stadium? You feel like it is doable? Would you want a new stadium? We have got the space for a massive fan park. We can make the matchday experience better. Or is letting this place go just too much? Can we really develop Old Trafford into that modern stadium? Drop your comments in below. Let me know what you think. Like the video, of course, and if you are watching for the first time, please do hit that subscribe button. This is Forever United TV.